Hi guys, a very good morning all of you. Hope all of you can hear me. Anyone guys, can you please confirm? Is I'm audible guys?
Yes, sir.
Right. So guys, in the last session, we have started with how to import the data. And after importing the data, what is the next important step we have to do it? That is, as I told you, which is going to be nothing but we have to transform the data. So what do you mean to say transforming of data? We have discussed about that. Transforming is nothing but we are making some changes. What changes you required? All the changes we require. Sometimes we have to remove some columns. We have to add up some columns. We have to modify the columns. Something we have to do some kind of a transformations. So how can you do the transformations? So for that I told you about, which is going to be there is an another separate our tool called as, which is going to be nothing but a Power Query editor is there. How can you open this Power Query editor, guys? So same as it is, as I told you, in the home ribbon itself, we are having something called as an option called as an, which is going to be transform data will be there, guys. If I just click on that particular transform data, immediately it is going to opens, which is going to be it opens the, which is going to be the Power Query editor will open. So how to open the last class file, guys? I told you the last class file where it is there. We have saved it, guys. I've saved it, guys. So where it is saved, it is going to be in the here. So you can see a different types of files we can see, like related to batch 5 p.m. files, batch 7 p.m. files, batch 11 p.m. files. Like that, there are multiple files are there. I'm opening your file, guys. Batch 9:30 a.m. I saved the file. Yeah. So we have imported the data, guys. We have imported all the tables. And how to transform the data I've shown you, which is going to be nothing but simple. You have to go to this option called as an transform data. Just click on the transform data button, guys. So it is going to open something called as an a Power Query editor. So yesterday I have shown you one small technique, guys, like how we have grouped the data like this, guys. So like basically, whenever we want to group the data, like we have so many tables are there. So I'm working on multiple projects, like for some company, like which is going to be IKEA. I'm working for IKEA. I'm working for an HDFC bank, and we are working with some flower export, which is going to be the name of the company is going to be Florer Export is going to be the name of the company. So what I did, guys, whatever the tables we have imported, we can just group the tables into like this, guys. And from here also we can import the data, guys. For example, let us say that into the IKEA project, I want to import another table, guys. Directly we can import from here, guys. From here also we can import the data, guys. Or else directly we can select the folder, right click there, and there also we have an option called as a new query, from where we have to get the new query, guys. Again, same option, click on the more. Again, the same screen, whatever we have seen the screen, guys, the same screen will come, guys. So in Power Query Editor, what we can do, guys? In Power Query Editor, not only we can transform the data, we can also import the data, guys. We can import the data as well as we can transform the data, guys. Got the point? So in Power Query Editor, we can also import the data. Don't think that we have to import only in the Power BI desktop and then we have to transform it. Go to Power BI, the Power Query Editor. From there also we can do. Okay? So see there are two windows are there. So this is going to be what we are going to call it as a Power Query, which is going to be editor. So a lot of changes, what are the edits we can do, whatever the changes you have to do, we can do the required changes, whatever we can do. Whereas all the data visualizations will be done here, guys. Where is that? Which is going to be nothing but the Power BI desktop. So this is your Power BI desktop, guys, and this is going to be nothing but your Power Query editor. And one important point, guys. Actually, I didn't discuss, but if you want to make any changes, you can make all the changes. See there, guys. We have a lot of changes we can do. We can remove the columns. We can remove the rows. We can group the data. We can merge the queries. We can append the queries. We can replace the values. We have a lot of transformations are there, guys. So see this, there are so many options are there. So we can just move the columns, we can just replace the values, we can fill the data, we can reverse the rows, we can transpose the rows and columns, we can just group the data, we can perform some mathematical operations, we can perform some date and time related operations, we can do all the transformations whatever we want, we can do here. But one important thing, whatever the changes we have been done, if you want to reflect the changes in the Power BI desktop, so we have to use some kind of an option called as, see there guys, there is an home ribbon, we have an option called as, I'll show you guys, if I make a changes, what will happen, we'll see the changes. Whatever the changes we have been done, those changes need to be reflected here now. So what is the name of the table we selected guys? This is the name of the table. See there, same table, whatever you see there, you can see the same table as it is here guys. See that perfectly the same table guys. You can see very clearly customer id is there, customer id is there, age is there, job is there, what is the marital status, education, default, housing, loan, region code, etc, etc. But remember, whenever we make any changes here, all these changes has to be reflected here, unless and until they will not be affected there. So while you are transforming the data, whatever the changes we require in the report, we have to make the changes. So what I'm going to do here guys, simple, you can go to, which is going to be the apply option is there. You can also say close and apply. What is meaning of close and apply? It will apply the changes and it will close it guys. Your Power Query editor has been got closed. Your Power Query editor has been got closed. Again, if you want to open, again go there, transform data, click here. We have a transform data is there, or directly click on the button. Anything is the fine case guys. So it is all with your mouse only, nothing logics to by heart, or there is nothing logics or nothing the syntax to by heart the syntax. You have to just remember the navigation. So how can you remember the navigation guys? Don't by heart it, because by hearting we cannot remember the navigations. If you want to remember the navigations, the only solution is regular practice guys. Regular practice is required. So whenever you want to work with this option, how to move from the Power BI desktop to Power Query editor, if I want to make any changes, after making the changes, how can you come back to the Power BI desktop? Okay, how to apply the changes, how to close the window. So all these things we have to verify that. Okay, so almost all for 1 week guys, almost all I can say 1 week, more than 1 week, we are going to work on this transform data only guys. Directly in the first day itself, I can't directly go for the reporting. We don't directly start with the reporting guys. First we are going to start with transforming of the data first. Okay, so before transforming the data, one small important point I want to tell you guys. One small important point I want to tell you. Now, as I said that we can make the transformations, whatever the changes you require, we can make the required changes guys. For example, let us say that we have some iris data set was there. So if we can observe carefully guys, yesterday we done some changes guys. Do you remember yesterday the data was something like iris hyphen setosa. What we did is from that iris hyphen setosa, I have removed that iris and I have got only setosa. So I have applied one transformation. I applied some transformation guys. All these transformations are going to be completely, that means your Power BI will completely maintain all this transformation log, it will maintain guys. Hope you understood what I'm saying guys. Whatever the changes we are doing, all these particular changes will be noted down, will be the Power BI, the Power Query editor of Power BI is going to make a note of each and every step it will do guys. So on the right hand side, you can see something called as a query settings, and we can see what are the applied steps. So what is the step here now? The step is nothing but whatever the transformation step you have done, or what type of operation we have done there, that step is going to maintains there. Can you see guys? There are some steps are already there by default. So whenever we import the data, automatically the Power BI will apply some steps guys. See there? First, the first step is going to be, see guys, if I click here, it will show you the data guys. See there? The first step, if you observe carefully, the first step is nothing but it is the data guys. You can edit it, source, click on this edit button guys. You can see from where the data has came also, we can see there, the data has came from c colon slash data slash iris.csv file, and it is separated by a comma. It is a comma separated value, isn't it guys? So we can see this is going to be how the data is going to be gets coming guys. We'll see the options later. What are these options? We'll see that later. These are going to be the options. So see the steps, guys. First, it has read the data from, which is going to be the source file, which is iris dot, which is CSV file. After loading the data, this is how the data it has been looking like, guys. See there, column headers are there at the first row. These are column headers, guys. Column names are not taken properly. After that, what is the next step? It has been taken, guys. Promoted the headers. Automatically, the first row will be taken as the headers, guys. See there? I didn't apply the step, guys. I didn't apply the step. I only imported the data. After importing the data, what the Power BI has done is, the first row has been promoted as the headers. See there? Promoted as the headers, what we can see, guys. See there, which is going to be, there is a step is there. Use the first row as the headers. Promote the first row of the data in the table to the column headers. Something like that, we can see it, guys. So it has been applied the promote headers. And one important point, what are the data types it has been chosen? It has been chosen the data types as, all of them has been chosen as a string type of data types. Sir, how can you say that there are string type of data types? Can you see, guys? To the left hand side, there is a name like ABC, 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 means that string type of data type. Now, what is the next step it applied, guys? It has automatically changing the data type. See the changing of data type? It has changed the data types automatically, guys. So this has been got converted into, which is going to be 1.2 decimal point, 1.2 decimal point, 1.2 decimal, 1.2 means it's a decimal point. ABC means that it is a text type of data type. So observe carefully, guys. Whenever we imported the data, along with importing the data, Power BI is automatically applying two important steps. One is promoting the headers. Automatically, the first row will be taken as a header and automatically changes the data type. This is automatically happens almost all for every type of source, guys. See there, guys. Fruits table. Again, the same first step. Source. Data has been came from the source. After that, it promoted the headers and after that, changed the data type. Go to some other table, guys. Everywhere you can see the same three steps by default. Here, there are four steps are there, guys. Source is there. Some navigation has been taken place. Some promotion headers and some changing of data type. Some navigation is going to be taking place. Don't worry. Specify a resource to navigate to because it is an Excel sheet. Data is coming from an Excel file. Excel file is a collection of sheets, guys. So data is coming from c:/data/. It is AdventureWorks 2017.xlsx value. But after that, from where the data has to come, guys? The data has to come from a dim product table. After that, the headers has been promoted and after that, it has been changed the data type, guys. Okay. And now what you can observe here is, guys, each and every step, whatever we applied, everything is going to be maintained as a steps here, guys. As a steps here now. So what is the advantage if that? Whatever the changes we do, guys, complete information is maintained. What is an advantage? Again, you can revert back to the yesterday's table. So let us say that, so yesterday we have removed that iris-setosa was there. Yesterday, for some reason, I removed that iris-setosa. But again, I want to get it back. So what you can do now, yesterday we applied this step manually by yourself. The first three steps we didn't apply it, guys. We imported the data. Data has collected from the source. Then it has promoted the headers. The first row has taken as the headers. And after that, it changed the data types. But after that, what happened? Can you see, guys? Iris-setosa. Then if you come to the next step, if you select the step, guys, what has been happened in the step, it will show you. This is your data, guys. Promoted the headers, changed the data type, and extracted the text after the delimiter. Now, if you want, we can undo the step, guys. Just simply delete the step. You can automatically delete the step, guys. Again, the data was back as usually. So don't think that, sir, yesterday we done the changes. Yesterday we already saved the changes. So can you revert it back? Yes. So your Power BI allows you to revert back to the required changes, whatever you require, guys. This is going to be one of the best feature which we can find in the Power BI. Generally, mostly the other languages won't provide this much flexibility. Once if you've done the changes, those changes we cannot again revert back. That means once if you make the changes, we cannot revert back. For example, unfortunately, you deleted this column, removed the column. Okay, and you forgot to, you removed the column, you have applied the changes also, apply. We applied the changes, you closed it, saved it also, guys. I'll save it. Observe carefully, it is maintaining a step, remove the columns. So I'm going to close this Power Query editor, and also I'm going to be closing this particular Power BI desktop also, save. Let us say that after 2 days or after 3 days or after 10 days also, not a problem. Now after 10 days, I'm opening the file once again. Batch, which is going to be 9:30 a.m. I'm going to be opening the file. Now after opening the file for after 10 days, maybe for example, after 10 days, you have noticed it that somebody has dropped a column on a 10 days back, they have dropped the column. Go back to the transform data. Go back to the transform data. And there, if you see that there is going to be some changes has been taken place. Iris data set. So somebody has dropped the one of the column in the data set. Now, no need to worry, guys. Come here. Check it out. All the applied steps are there, right? You can see the applied steps. First, data was extracted from the source. After that, promoted the headers, changed the data type. After that, we have removed the columns. Very simple, guys. Right click here and simply delete the step. What is meaning of deleting the step, guys? Whatever the columns we have been, whatever the columns that are there, prior to removing the columns, as it is, the data will come. Remove the delete, guys. Data automatically comes once again. So what is an advantage, guys? You can make the changes, and if you want, whenever you require, you can revert back the changes as usually. That is one of the main flexibility which we can find it in the other, which we cannot find it in the other reporting tools. So as of my knowledge, because I worked with some other reporting tools like Cognos or SSRS or BOS or something like that. So what I can find here is Power BI has been only the tools, is been only the tool which is providing this kind of a solution. Maybe nowadays some other tools may be providing, but as of my knowledge, as of the Microsoft, my previous generation system and Power BI comparison, so Power BI is going to be the only tool which provides you this kind of a flexibility. So see guys, what it is doing, it is maintaining a complete log of your whatever the steps we have been applied. This is where we can see query settings, guys. Sometimes, unfortunately, if you close your query settings, don't worry, guys. There is a view menu was there. In the view menu, there is going to be something called as an query settings will be there, guys. So how to get the query settings, guys? Simple, go to the view menu. There is a query settings button is there. Click on that. You will get the query settings button. So there are so many steps will be there, guys. It's not just 1 or 2 steps of time. I'll show you one example, guys. Let us go to somewhere around batch 5 p.m. dot, which is going to be DAX. Currently in the batch 5 p.m., we are doing the DAX functionality. Transformations are over, reporting is over. Currently, almost all there are at the end of the DAX functionality. Almost all. Yeah, guys. See, guys, these are your tables. So whatever the transformations, what they have been got done, you can see a lot of, okay, not this one, just a second. Let me open the batch 11 a.m. because they have been done in the DAX are different. You can't find the steps, whatever we have been applied. Okay, let me show you some example of data. This is batch 11 a.m. Almost all recently only they have completed the transformations. Just now they have started with something about the reportings. They have been got started. They have started with visualizations. Okay, go to the transform data, guys. Go to the transform data. Go to the transform data. Say there, see also, guys. There also you see, I have completely maintaining the tables in a like a group. I'm going to be maintaining the tables as part of a group. I'm going to be maintaining, guys. Like for example, general tables, bank tables, HR tables, okay, or something related to some dates related tables, number related tables, pivot and unpivot operations, and something like that. Now let us see some kind of a dates related tables, guys. So if you can observe carefully how many steps we have been taken. See guys, on the right hand side, you can see how many steps we have been applied. On this particular data examples, guys, these many steps, whatever we have been got done. These are the steps, guys. See, not one step and not two steps. First three steps are common, guys. Source, changed the data type is a common step. But after that, you can see I duplicated a column, I duplicated the column and extracted the year, renamed the column name and renamed the columns I have done. After that, I calculated start of the year, duplicated the column 2, calculated end of the year, renamed the column 1. Like that, we can maintain each and every step it will maintain, guys. And at any instant of time, if you require some other additional data required, or whenever you want to remove the data, you can easily we can do with an examples. Okay, you can undo the steps, guys. Whatever the steps we have been done, I can undo that particular steps. So easily we can see this is going to be what we can see in the query settings of which is going to be applied steps. So let me close this Power Query editor. Let us go to our project, guys. So see there, I selected which is going to be the iris data set. Now I have dropped one of the column, guys. No need of worrying about the dropping of a column, because simply we can undo the step as you require, guys. So for example, unfortunately, if you drop this column, guys, no need to worry about that. There is an option called as remove columns. So what we can do is we can delete the step, guys, or simply we can click on this particular cross button. Then automatically, see there, guys, whatever the column we have been got dropped, now you have got the column once again as usually. So we can undo the step, guys. So you can just yesterday what we did, guys, we just modified the data, right? We just modified the data. Iris hyphen setosa was there. We have just made it as which is going to be setosa. Don't worry, how I have been done, I'll show you. So transform the data, and we have been going something called as an extraction with, sorry, just a second, I done a mistake. I have to select the iris, the species data. Don't worry, guys, it is going to be extract text after the delimiter, and I specify the delimiter as a hyphen. Whatever the data that is there after the hyphen, that will be extracted. Immediately, we have been applied a step here, guys. Extracted text after the delimiter. Again, if you want to revert back, again, you can simply delete the step. There is a delete button was there, guys. You can click on the delete, or simply right click and click on the delete, also the easiest option. So these are going to be some of the things what we have to understand. So once again, in the transform data, whatever the transform data we have seen, it is going to maintain all the steps, whatever the steps we have been applied, it will, all the transformation steps will be maintained as a log, guys. But whenever whenever you want to revert them back, we can revert back them just by removing the steps, delete the steps as you require, guys. So this is the way which we can understand how the transformations can be handled. And there is a one more option is there, guys. For example, let us say that I removed this column, guys. For example, I removed the column. Okay, we have removed the column. Somebody will understand that, okay, if I share this project to somebody, they can understand that why I have removed the column. I removed the column is fine. Now observe carefully, guys. Why I removed the column? You can just give some kind of a description to that also, guys. Okay, we can just do some kind of a description. Rename the step, guys. Rename the steps. Okay, so why we are removing the columns? Simply I can say that. So I just said that I'm going to remove the column. Removed, which is going to be the unwanted columns. That means what I did now here is, whatever the columns I don't use them. There are unwanted columns are there. I have been removed them. So that if I give some names to them, easily we can understand why we are doing that. If I share this code to somebody, if I share this project to somebody, yes, he has removed the columns. For what purpose you removed it? Remove the unwanted columns. The columns are not required for us. That's why we have removed it. Okay. So like this, guys, we can just work with something called as, which is going to be remove some kind of an unwanted columns, what we can say that. So any step you can rename. For what purpose we are renaming, for what purpose we are doing that. So you can give some kind of a description to that. So go to the properties, guys. So we can see it is going to be remove unwanted columns. And if you want, we can give any description also here, guys. So we can remove the description. So this column is, so some business names, guys, some business reasons we can say that, some technical reasons. So this column is no use in that application, some business terminologies, guys. You can give some description and we can do that so that the other person can understand why this particular step has been taken. See the properties. So if you want any description, we can give, guys. why you are removing them. These columns are no use for our business scenarios, or the clients does not require this particular data to be projected. For why we are doing the step, you can explain it. So mainly whenever we do any transformations here, guys, automatically the transformations will be, it has to be gets make a noted of. Okay. Now what we did, guys, we have removed some columns from here now. But whenever we go to the Power BI editor, there if we can see, guys, observe carefully, guys. Where is your table? Iris data set. Okay. So it is going to be, okay, just a minute once. just give me a second. Sorry, guys. Let me remove the step. Now observe carefully, guys. Now observe carefully. In the Power Query editor, there is a species column is there. Whereas in the Power BI desktop, we don't see the species column, guys. See there, guys. There is no species column is there because I have been undo this particular column, guys. So as I told you, no, unless and until you don't make the changes here, those changes will not be reflected here, guys. See there. Here it is showing me 5 columns, same table, guys, same iris data set, same iris data set. This table only we have been edited here now. Here I have been having a column called as a species, whereas here we can't see that. Observe carefully, guys. Automatically your Power BI desktop has identified. There are some changes has been done in your queries that has been not applied. So either from here you can also apply here, guys, or from the Power BI desktop also directly there is an option called as an apply changes is there. So once if I said apply changes from here, automatically the changes will be reflected here, guys. See there? Got the point, guys? If I remove the column once again, I remove the columns, guys. Once I remove the column, here there is only 4 columns. Here there is only 5 columns. 5 columns are there. But same as it is, your Power BI automatically identifies you have done some changes. Either you can click on apply changes here, guys, or else here we have the option called as apply. See there, guys? So don't forget to apply the changes, guys. If you make the changes and if you forgot to apply, those will not be reflected in your the Power BI desktop tables. It will not be affected. So what is mainly the main concept of the Power Query editor, guys? In Power Query editors, we can transform the data. It can be any transformations. Whatever the transformations we do, it is going to, the Power Query editor maintains the complete log, the step, each and every step, whatever the changes we have been done, all the query settings has been going to be maintained as a step here, guys. See there, each and every step we applied, every step is going to be noted out here, guys. Every step is noted out. See there, I have removed the columns. So if you want to undo the step, there are some advantages. So other person can come to know that if I share this code to somebody, if I share the file to somebody, they can understand, or somebody has been appointed in the place of, I left the company, I done all these changes, I left the company. Now the next person comes and sits on the Power BI, the application, he can see what changes I have been done, what transformations I have been applied. All these things will be maintained. Otherwise, what we have to do, guys, manually we have to maintain all the documentation manually by yourself. But here I'm not doing anything manual, guys. Everything is going to be maintained by the Power BI. So your Power BI is maintaining that information, what steps we have been done. So there are two advantages. One is we can we can know completely about that particular transformations. Plus apart from that, one more is whenever you want to undo the changes, we can simply undo the changes, revert back to the same state that exists before. Okay. Delete all the steps if you want, guys. Remove the columns. If I delete the step, whatever the columns you removed will come back. Change it the data type. If you remove this, data types will be as usually all of them are strings. Promotion of headers. If you remove the promotion of headers, your data will be like this. I can't delete the step here, guys. I can't delete the step. I can also perform, guys. See, first row, use the first row as a headers. So automatically first rows has become the headers, and automatically the data type is automatically changed by the system. If you want, you can also change the data type, guys. Later I'll tell you how to change the data type. I converted into decimal point. Again, I converted into decimal point. I converted into decimal point. See there, it's converting, guys. Before converting, it is ABC. After converting, it is going to be decimal number. Don't convert the species because it is already text type of data type. So your work is most with your mouse only, guys, not with your keyboard. If you observe carefully, I'm not using the keyboard that much, guys. I'm completely depending only on this particular, the mouse only I'm going to be using, guys. I'm not using the keyboard at all. Keyboard, I will use it. For what purpose I'll use it, guys? For renaming of the steps, for renaming of the queries, or for renaming of your tables. Those purpose only we are going to use it. But maximum, we don't write any code for that. We don't write any functionality for that. It is all about using your mouse, guys. It's all about navigation. We have to just use a navigational part and by heart, not by heart it. You have to just understand the navigational part. How can you understand it? Simply by using some practice, guys. Okay. So once again, you close it, guys. For example, if you try to close it, close it, guys. But while closing, it will ask you, do you want to save your changes? See there, Power Query Editor. Do you want to apply the changes now? Cancel it, guys. Again, I'll show you the application. Do we have made any changes? Yes, we made some changes, guys. See there are some pending changes in your queries that has been not yet applied. Now, what you do now, guys? Simple. What I'm going to do is close it. It will ask you, do you want to say apply the changes? Click on S. Automatically, the changes will be applied here, guys. See there? Automatically, the column will come back once again, automatically. I'm not doing anything, guys. Don't think that again we have to, if I make any changes, again we have to import the data. But here it is not required. In some languages, guys, in some tools, what we have to do is, we do it in Python, guys. For example, unfortunately, if I drop the column, again we have to reload the data. Again, I have to reload the data. But here, reloading is not required. If we make any changes or any transformations to the data, simply what we can do is undo the step. Just we have to undo the step where we can do that. So it is going to be part of your, which is going to be what we can say, guys. Go to which is going to be nothing but transform data. Go to the transform data, guys. And in the transform data, you can make the transformations whatever you require, guys. Okay. So what is that? Information preview refresh was cancelled. If you have disabled and downloaded data previews. Okay. It is some previews only. Leave it, does not matter. So yesterday I told you one process, guys, how to arrange all your tables in a grouping. One thing I have been explained. And apart from that, how to undo these steps and how to rename the steps. Better to rename the steps also, guys. Why you have done this particular change? What is the purpose? What is the reason for applying this particular step? So if you want, we can also give some kind of a respect to names and whatever you want to give it, guys. So give some names to them, right click on that and give some name and also some description also you require, guys. So right click and we can see which is going to be, I can say rename. Why? Because this is already done by the system. So we are unable to do that. Okay, rename. So we can just rename it, guys, or else which we can see the properties. We can change the name here, guys. So if you want, we can change the name and we can also give some description so that the other person can understand for what purpose this step has been got applied, guys. So mainly it is going to be, we can import the data here, guys. See there, new source is there. You can import the data from here or select your folder, right click and just a new query and we can select the required source, whatever you want. And after making the changes, don't forget to click for which is going to be click on, which is going to be apply. Unless and until you don't apply, these changes will not be reflected there. Or else directly close your window. While closing, it will ask you, so do you want to save it or not? And simply while closing this, again, it will ask you, save your Power BI desktop. Okay. So this is all the, some of the basic applications of which is going to be Power BI desktop, guys. So first, what we are going to do, guys, we are not going to start with any reporting. I'm not going to start with any reports directly, guys. First, transforming of data. What type of changes we can do, what type of operations we can do, those things we are going to be discussing about that. Okay. So once again, guys, just if you see recap all the last previous classes, just I have discussed how to, which is going to be, what is Power BI, how to install Power BI. So like what are the different types of Power BI skills that you require it? What are the different types of tools are there, reporting tools? How to install the Power BI, how to import the data? What are the different modes we can import from a file, from a table, or from a any cloud storages we can import it. But after importing, why we have to transform the data? We didn't started any transformations. but we have studied what is your Power Query editor. There, what we can do in Power Query editor, we can directly import the data as you require, make the transformations, whatever the transformations you require, and just if we apply the changes, those tables will be automatically reflected in the Power BI desktop, from where you can automatically design your reports, guys. Okay, so that is all the basic things, guys. So we'll start with the data transformations in the next class. I'll start with them, guys. So today I'm not starting with them. So in the next class, we are going to start with them, guys. Okay, and there is one small change in your training program, guys. That means not a complete change, don't worry. Generally what we will do is, we right now I think we have some 7 participants are there generally who has been registered, I think, as of my knowledge. So still some more people will join, guys. So what will happen when you make them to join in the middle of the classes? They'll get confused. They think that some classes are already started. That's why what generally we do is, guys, almost all we have completed 1 week. Almost all we completed 1 week, guys, right? 1 week we have already done. So tomorrow, that means tomorrow is going to be on the 1st of February. Tomorrow, that means which is going to be 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So we are going to be again conducting some demo sessions. We'll be conducting. This will not happen forever, guys. Only for the first week only we'll do that, because we have less number of participants, and little bit we can expect more number of participants also will join. So what we are going to do is, guys, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and Saturday, 3 days, I'm going to conduct the same. Better to say that instead of saying demo, it is just like a recapping of the session, guys. And you guys also can join, guys. Okay. So my backend team is going to send you a new link to you. Apart from class link, there is a new demo link will be given to you, guys. If you have missed any first initial classes, what I'm going to discuss, guys, within these 3 days, I'm going to discuss about what is Power BI, first class, and apart from who needs the Power BI, all these things I discuss it. In second class, I'm going to discuss whatever we have taken 1 week of class. I will teach them within 3 days, guys. You can learn them, guys. We are going a little bit slowly, repeatedly. That's why it has taken some time, guys. So one class I'm going to teach them what is the requirement of Power BI. One class I'm going to teach you how to install and how to import the data. And one class I'm going to teach you all these transformations. Just like a refreshment of the classes, guys. So whatever the 1 week classes that has been happened for us, I will teach them within 3 days of time. I'll complete off them. So if you are interested, you can join for the tomorrow's class, or else directly we can join on the next Monday, guys. On next Monday, we are going to directly continue the discussions as it is. So tomorrow, that is Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of February. So whatever the classes we have been taken up to now, almost all 1 week classes. So we are going to just again, we are going to just discuss about refreshment of class. So we have done the classes, right, guys? So we have done on Monday. Last Monday we started. I think we have taken 5 days classes we taken. After that, another 3 more classes, 8 days classes we have taken, guys. These 8 days classes I will cover up in 3 days. It's possible because it is very slowly we are going. That is the reason why it has taken this much time. So I'm going to conduct a backup session, guys, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and the Saturday's class. If you're interested, you can join the class if we have missed the classes, or else we can directly join on the next Monday, which is on the 5th of the February, guys. Okay, that will happen only for the first week only, guys. Every week we cannot do that. See, these whatever the 1 week classes I can cover up in 3 days, but after 15 days I cannot cover all the 15 days in 3 days, right? It is not possible. Only for first week only we are going to do that. Okay, hope all of you understand, guys, what I'm saying. So tomorrow, that is 1st and 2nd and 3rd of February, we are having something like a backup sessions. You can treat it like a backup sessions, or we can treat the like a recap sessions. So whatever I have discussed, again, I'll just recap it within 3 days of time. If you're interested, you can join. My backend team will send you a link to you. You can join that particular that particular batch if you want. Otherwise, directly on the 9:30 on the Monday's class, you can directly join with the same link, whatever we are using, guys. So that is what I'm trying to explain that. Okay. Hope all of you understand, guys. Fine. Okay. So when we have receiving your recording sessions, we'll get the recording sessions as soon as possible. Once if you have registered for the course, we'll get it. But maybe if it is a little bit delay, I will verify that and I will let you know about the recordings. Maximum you will get the recordings. Once if you registered, you'll get it. Okay. is Meghana, right? Have you registered for the course? If you don't mind.
Yes, I have registered.
Received. Okay, okay, fine. I'll check it out with
Yeah,
my
sure.
team so that
Thank
we'll get the recordings.
you.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Right, guys. So if you want, you can join for tomorrow's, guys. But with a separate link will come. My backend team will send you a demo link. Please join with the demo link. But from Monday onwards, you have to join with the same link. Whatever you are joining currently, using the same link, you can join it, guys. Anyhow, I will create a group for your batch also. But for the time being, if you have any issues, guys, you can reach me on my number. I'll create a group, guys. Don't worry. So I'm sharing my contact number with everyone. If you have any doubts or if you have any issues, so please text me on my WhatsApp number, guys. I've shared my number with everyone.
Yeah. Thanks, Vamsi. Like any possibility of sharing the soft copy material so that in the meantime
I'll
we
do that.
can.
Yeah, I'll do that because
Uh,
we are still in the beginning, right?
yeah,
So we
yeah.
are still in the very beginning concept, right? So I'll do
Oh,
that if I get the access to the drive. I have not yet got the access to the drive. Once
okay,
if I
okay.
got the access, at least I'll share the minimum materials. I'll share it with
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Sure.
Okay,
No problem.
fine.
Yeah.
Right,
Thanks.
guys. Right, guys. Hope all of you understood. If you want to join, you can join it tomorrow, guys, or please join on directly on the Monday's class. So this, whatever the 3 days people they may join, at least we'll expect, guys. At least there may be at least 5, 6 students or 10 students also may be there. They will join along with you, and on Monday's class we'll continue regularly as usually, guys. Okay. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts or any issues, guys, please reach me out my number 8008077117. I shared my number, so please reach me out, guys, if you have any issues with that. Okay. Thanks for today. We'll meet up on the Monday's class, guys.